Welcome to Vedic mathematics class. Take the text, written text in your hands. Let us have a Vedic mathematics prayer. Ekadhikena purven nikhilim navastacharmam dashata udharvatiryabhyam pravarte yojet शून्यम साम्य समुच्चय अनुरूपे शून्य अन्यत संकलन व्याकलनभ्याम पूर्णापूर्णभ्याम चलनकलनभ्याम यावदूनम व्यष्टि समष्टि शेषंकेन चर्मेण सोपानन्त्यम द्वयमन्त्यम एकन्यूनेन पूर्वेण गुणित समुच्चय गुणिक समुच्चय उपसूत्रास अनुरूपेण शिष्यते शेष संज्ञा आदि आद्येन अंतिम अंतेन केवले सप्तकम गुणयात वेष्टनम यावदूनम तावदूने कृते वर्गम च योजेत अंत्योर्दस्के अपि अंत्योरेव समुच्चय गुणिता लोपना स्थापनाभ्याम विलोकनम गुणित समुच्चय गुणिता. ओम नमः शिवाय. Today we will be exposing to ourselves. We are having a poser for ourselves. We want to confront to ourselves as to in which way we can reach at the meanings of the Ganita Sutras. Yesterday we had acquainted ourselves with the text of Ganita Sutras, and we have noticed that this text is in a Devanagari script. Therefore, we had accepted for ourselves as the initiation stage, a Euro stage of having acquaintance with Devanagari alphabet. Devanagari Varnamala, Devanagari alphabet is having 42 letters which are coordinated by Maheshwara Sutras. In addition, there are 8 letters which are designated as Yama letters. The 42 letters have been grouped and classified as 9 vowels. Then there are 5 cross 5, 25 Varga consonants. There are quadruple Anthastha letters and there are quadruple Ushmana letters. With the acquaintance of the Devanagari script form, we can have a direct visit to the original text of Ganita Sutras. There are 16 sutras and 13 upsutras. These 16 sutras and 13 sutras are availing in all 283 letters for sutras and 236 letters for upsutras. Yesterday we had also noticed that Sutra 6 is having within bracket these 8 letters Anirupe, and the 8th subsutra is having one unmanifest expression for the letter first vowel Akara. Therefore, our acquaintance with the Devanagari script will take us straight to the original text. Original text becomes a text of our acquaintance, the text with which we can be friendly, the text which we can have a direct interaction, and for this direct interaction we are having initiation for this domain in terms of a prayer which is the utterance, recitation of this text. This recitation of the text would mean that we are having the sound forms, the sound equivalents for these letters. Each letter has a distinct sound. Therefore, when we recite Eka Adhikena Purven, that means that we are reciting these 16 letters, and each letter has a distinct sound. So there are sound frequencies or a sound range or a sound wave, whatever the name we shall give to it at present, and ultimately we will designate it as a shabd and also as a naad. So word and the sound of the word, and so therefore ultimately for our memory, for our mental mathematics, for our approach to these formulae, this text, we having a conversion from the Devanagari script to the sound formats. Once we recite, our prayer as such is a conversion for the Devanagari alphabet formats into the sound formats. We are making sound bits, so there are going to be as many as 519 sound bits. There are 519 letters. There are 519 sound bits. Therefore, our attempt for initiation, which is to begin with acquaintance with Devanagari alphabet letters, Devanagari script form, into their sounds. These sounds will have their imprint in our brains, and it will take us to the consciousness base of the intelligence field. We are reaching Chetana Star, consciousness state. Chetana Star, consciousness state of the intelligence field, is being reached with the help of the sound bits. The sounds of the text letters of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras 519 as a value, or providing us 519 sound bits in terms of which we will be transcending our intelligence field and will be reaching at its consciousness base, Chetana Star, Chetana Satta. This reach is going to be in a natural way, as the sound has its own path, sound has its own format, sound has its own technique of transcendence through the intelligence field. Sound waves of their inherent values transcend through the intelligence bits and reach and go parallel with the consciousness bit impulses. Sound bits, when are superimposed upon the intelligence bits, then sound bits superimposed upon the intelligence bits transcend through the intelligence field and go parallel with the consciousness impulses. Let us make a specific note that the initiation step for the Vedic mathematical domain is that we shall at Eurostate or parallel with the Devanagari script forms of the letters. From here we have a takeoff, and this takeoff would mean as a ucharan, utterance. Uch charan, uch means high, charan means going step by step. We are going upward. From a base, we are lifting ourselves upwards, and this uplift is becoming the impulses of a sound. It becomes a naad. These letters as aksharas, syllables, transit and transform of the format of the shabd, words, and shabd has a nad, is sound frequencies. So transition and transformation for the letters into the sound bits makes it a phenomenon during our Vedic mathematics prayer with utterance of the text of the Ganita Sutras and Upsutras as a set of, as ganas. The basic word is gana. This collection in a stitched form, a structured setup of entities. Entities here are the sound bits. These sound bits are structured. This structured set of sound bits goes parallel with the intelligence bits, the intelligence field. Once we are having by utterance the transition and transformation for the text of Ganita Sutras as a formatted sound waves parallel with the formatted intelligence bits, then there happens a transition. These sound bits sequentially, naturally, inherently transcend through the domain of the intelligence field and have a reach up till its own transcendental base, that is the consciousness base. So the consciousness impulses provide a stability placement for the sounds bits which are being carried by the intelligence bits. The whole phenomenon becomes that we are having a Devanagari script as Varan, as envelopes. So enveloped within the Devanagari script forms, which have specific geometric forms, hyper-reality geometric forms. Those hyper-reality geometric envelopes are provided for carrying the sound waves and sound bits. These envelopes, hyper envelopes of these sounds go parallel with the hyper formatted envelopes of intelligence bits. Now, this parallel formation of the hyper envelopes of the intelligence bits and sound waves, sound bits, when transcend through the intelligence field, these reach at the transcendental base of intelligence, being the Chetana Satta, the consciousness form, the consciousness state, consciousness impulses, intelligence bits, sound bits. It is this phenomenon, it is this format, it is this mechanism which is having inherent inbuilt in the organization format of the text of Ganita Sutras and Ganita Upsutras. Now, the second aspect. Note down that today we are confronting ourselves with the aspect as to how we can reach at the meanings of these sutras. These sutras as such are collectively designated as Vedic Ganit Sutrani, Vedic Ganita Sutras. Therefore, while we will be having a poser of interpretation for the sutras or upsutras, that means we can take that we are having availability with us of this formulation, Vedic Ganit and Sutrani. Now, these three formulations take us to Ved, to mathematics, and to the organization of the mathematics. Sutra word gives us a TC value 15, and sutra in simple language would mean a thread, a string, a binding string of what? Of Gana, collections. These are not sets without any other information available with us. Gana is a definite set having a definite rule for its features, a set with a distinct characteristic, classified string which runs through them, which makes a garland out of these flowers. The members of the collection called Gana be taken as flowers, and sutra means a string, a binding string, binding thread which runs through them and makes it a garland. Therefore, the approach to the sutras is to be in the light of Vedic Ganit Sutrani formulations. Here we can take up, there is an availability of the formulation Ved. There is a availability of a formulation of a Gana and also of a sutra. These sutras, these threads are of the Ganas of the Ved. Therefore, the interpretation for the sutras are to be of features which have a threefold inherent characteristics available, as that it is to have a thread, it is to bind. What is binding? Ekadhike purve. We can take it, if we attach the TCV values which they carry along with them from the Devanagari alphabet, then we'll see the first will take us value 6 as a sixth vowel. It will give us value 4, then we'll get a value 2, and like that we'll see ultimately it will make this formation of a 6, 4, 2, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 1. It is this thread, it is this curve which is to be provided or which inherently is there. So we have to glimpse that thread, and this thread glimpsing means a sutra, and sutra means 15, and we know it is 1 into 3 into 5, and we know it is parallel to the dimensional frame of a 5 space, a transcendental domain. So transcendental space has a dimensional frame, it is a solid dimensional frame, and its value is 15. So these dimensional frames are to provide these threads. Therefore, while we will be having an urge to glimpse and imbibe the meanings of the sutra, then we have to first glimpse and imbibe the sutra, the solid dimensional frame, the thread which is binding it. And once we will be having a thread of binding it, then from here we will reach at Gana, means at a garland. So we have a flowers and we have a thread. But to make it a garland, we will require a needle. We will require that logic. We will require that stitching steps formations. It is this which is called a tark, intelligence. So the intelligence field is to be invoked, or inherently it gets invoked while the garland is being made. And these flowers we know are from Vedas. Therefore, it is the Ved which is providing us form. And so it would be Ved Pushp. So it is with Ved Pushp. See, the formulation Pushp, it is also equal to 20. It is also equal to 20, and Vrit is also equal to 20. What we will be then doing, that we will having these formulations, we will be putting it along a circumference, we will having comparison and parallel with it its diameter, and then we will be stitching it. It is this flower, it is this Vrit, it is this Ved which is being stitched. So note down that the way to approach Ganita Sutras for their meanings is that we shall make a garland of flowers of the Vedic domain. The Vedic domain flowers are being stitched as a garland. So each sutra is a garland of the flowers of Vedas. The Vedic domain, the Vedic garden is having flowers. Flowers are to be taken from the Vedic garden. Those are to be made a garland. Now it is the fragrance. It is the fragrance of the flowers which is going to be the ultimate virtue attained. That is why we had seen in Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, when the structures in a Bindu Sarovar give a 7 streams flow, there happens a Divya Ganga Pravaha, and it ultimately piles up in Pushpika. Pushpika means colophon. It means a garden, small garden, central garden, the core of a garden fulfilled with fragrance. So it is that core where the fragrance is piling itself, and it is this fragrance which of its own will be transiting and transforming from its manifested confinement and will be converting itself firstly as a som and then will be flowing as a sama. Therefore, sadhakas are fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel with the format at which the meanings are manifesting themselves, resting themselves, being lively available there. To glimpse that, to reach at, we have to have the help of Vedic Ganit Sutra formulation, a formulation of 3 words of 3 syllables each, and we know this will give us value is equal to 25, here value is 18, and here value is 15 and 10, 25, and the value here is 13. Total value is 81. It is equal to 3 raised to power 4. It amounts to, from the Pushpika, from its origin, which is a seat of a transcendental domain, 3 space. So it is this 3 space in the role of dimension is rising itself within the 4 space domain, having superimposition upon 3 space force special order force potential frame, making it value 97, and we will be having 9 letters of Ekadike and 7 letters of a Purve. It appears at present, it may appear like a big journey, however, it's a compact phenomenon. We shall be reaching at the values, virtues of this phenomenon. Let us close the class with the prayer. Have the text in your hands. Let us sit comfortably. Let us have a prayer with the help of the written text or out of the memory. And while having a prayer, we have to pose to ourselves that we are having Vedic Ganit Sutrani prayer. And let us begin. Vedic Ganit Sutrani Prathana. Ekadhikeन purven nikhlim navastacharmam dashata udharvatiryagabhyam pravartya yojet shunyam same samucche anurupe shunyanyat sankalan vyakalnabhyam purnabhyam chalnakalnabhyam hyavadunam vyasti samishti शेषंकेन चर्मेन सोपानंत्यम द्वापायनंत्यम एका न्यूनेन पूर्वेण गुणित गुणक समुच्चय उपसूत्राणि अनुरूपेण शिष्यते शेष संज्ञा आदि आदेन अंतेन अंतेन केवले सप्तकम गुणयात् वेष्टनम यावदूनम तावदूनम यावदूनम तावदूनीकृत वर्गम चायोजेत अंत्योरदस्के अपि अंत्योरेव समुच्चय गुणिता लोपना स्थापनाभ्याम विलोकनम गुणित समुच्चय गुणिता। ओम नमः शिवाय।